5.1 billion books. That is the total worldwide circulation of a single Japanese manga series. Not sales, actual copies in circulation, in over 60 countries. For context, Harry Potter has sold roughly 600 million books. The Bible sells approximately 100 million copies per year. This Japanese manga has printed and shipped over 5 billion volumes. Its name is One Piece. Written and drawn by one man, Eiichiro Oda, for 29 years without stopping. But here is what almost no one outside Japan understands. One Piece is not a Japanese cultural phenomenon that happened to reach the world. One Piece is one of the most carefully engineered, carefully controlled creative operations in the history of publishing. And behind it stands a mangaka with such intense creative control that even Netflix, when they wanted to make a live-action version, had to give it to him. As a Japanese TV writer for 30 years, I know why this happened. And it is not what most Western fans think. 5 stories almost no one knows. One Piece began serialization in Shueisha's weekly Shonen Jump on July 22, 1997. 29 years and 115 volumes later as of July 2026. It has never taken a permanent break, and it is still going. The anime, produced by Toei Animation, has aired weekly on Fuji TV for 27 years. Since 1999, that is over 1,150 episodes, 15 theatrical films, a live-action Netflix series, a kabuki adaptation, a stadium concert series, a permanent exhibition at Roppongi Hills. By any measurement, One Piece is one of the most successful entertainment properties ever created. Now, the 5 things. 1. Eiichiro Oda is one of the most private and controlled creators in modern entertainment. And he built One Piece that way on purpose. Most successful mangaka become public figures. They give interviews, they appear on TV, they post on social media, their personalities become part of the brand. Oda has almost never done any of this. He does not appear on television. His public appearances are extremely rare. He almost never uses social media. Even inside Japan, most people who love One Piece have no idea what Oda looks like or sounds like. This is not shyness. It is a deliberate strategic choice. By keeping himself private, Oda has made One Piece the character, not himself. The manga is the star. The characters are the star. The world is the star. He is the invisible architect. This is one reason the One Piece world feels so complete and internally consistent. There is no author's personality intruding on the story. There is only the story. 2. Shueisha built a special multi-person team just to maintain One Piece, and it is unlike any other manga management structure. Most manga at Shueisha have one editor, sometimes 2. That editor manages the relationship between the mangaka and the publisher. One Piece is different. Around 10 years into the series, Shueisha created a dedicated One Piece team. Not just an editor, a team. This team includes editors, media supervisors, licensing coordinators, merchandise designers, event planners, and international coordinators. Their job is not just to publish the manga. Their job is to maintain the integrity of the entire One Piece universe, across every possible medium, in every country where the series appears. This dedicated One Piece unit is now one of the largest team structures ever. Built around a single manga inside Shueisha, it is a management model that other major franchises have quietly studied for years. 3. Netflix's live-action One Piece was made only because Oda demanded, and got complete creative control. For 20 years, Hollywood had wanted to make a live-action One Piece. Every studio had ideas. Every studio was refused. The reason Oda would not license the property, unless he could serve as executive producer with real creative authority. Not executive producer as a courtesy title. Real authority to reject scripts, reject casting, and reshape the entire adaptation. Most Hollywood studios could not accept this. It threatens their standard workflow. Studios usually want full creative freedom to adapt as they see fit. Netflix and Tomorrow Studios agreed to Oda's terms in 2020. This was the moment One Piece became possible in live action. Oda reportedly rejected many proposals during production. He personally reviewed casting videos and approved every major decision. When he first saw Iñaki Godoy, the young Mexican actor cast as Luffy, Oda said, in his own words, "He looked like someone I might have drawn." The show launched on Netflix on August 31, 2023, and became one of Netflix's most successful non-English series of the year. Season 2 is now in production. This success was not because Netflix has better taste than Hollywood. This success was because Netflix accepted a creator having final authority. In American entertainment, that is exceptionally rare. 4. The 2022 One Piece film Red did something unprecedented for Japanese anime. Film Red, released in August 2022, earned 31.6 billion yen at the Japanese box office. It became the sixth highest-grossing film in Japanese cinema history. But that is not what makes it interesting. Film Red featured a new original character, a singer named Uda voiced by a real-world Japanese singer named Adu. The film's music was central to its story, and that music, released as a soundtrack album, became one of the biggest music releases of 2022 in Japan. For the first time, an anime film functioned simultaneously as a blockbuster movie and as a major music album. The soundtrack held the #1 Oricon chart position for weeks. Fans went to the theater partly to hear the music live. This fusion anime film this concert experience is a business model no other Japanese franchise has tried at this scale. And it worked because Oda and his team understood something about how modern audiences consume entertainment. Music is not background. For a generation raised on streaming, music is the story. 5. The reason One Piece continues is because Oda is not planning to stop until he says so, and he has made this publicly clear. Most manga series, no matter how successful, come to an end. Author gets tired, sales decline, publisher decides to close the story. One Piece has not ended, and Oda has said publicly, in a memorable moment with comedian Sanma, that One Piece will not have such a goal, meaning it will not end when the industry expects it to end. Oda's schedule is famously demanding. He works around a highly structured weekly rhythm to produce chapters at a pace that has continued for nearly 3 decades. He takes carefully planned breaks announced to fans in advance to protect his health, but he does not stop, and Shueisha does not push him to stop. This patience, the willingness of a publisher, a fanbase, and a creator to sustain a single story for decades, is not something Western entertainment has proven it can do. Western sequels get made, Western franchises expand, but a single continuous narrative, sustained by one author for nearly 30 years. That is a Japanese phenomenon. So why should you understand One Piece? Because everything about it, the private creator, the dedicated corporate team, the Netflix authority battle, the film as concert business model, and the patient decades-long serialization is proof of one thing. The most successful cultural exports are built on trust. Trust between creator and publisher. Trust between creator and audience. Trust that a story worth telling deserves the time to be told. After 30 years inside Japanese television, this is what I see when I look at One Piece. Now you do too. If there is another Japanese property you'd like me to break down next, comment below. See you next time. This was Keizo TV. Please subscribe.